Hi everyone, I'm Rizwan from mammothinteractive.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to override methods in Android Studio by using the Java programming language. Just so you know, there's a 10 hours free course about coding in the description, but for now we're just going to go in Android Studio, and I'm going to show you how to create a new class. First of all, I'm just going to go right here in this folder that contains the main activity class, and I'm going to right click it and then new Java class, as you can see right here, and I'm gonna give a new name for it, and so I'm gonna say phone, and I'm just gonna hit enter. And as you can see, I have this phone class created right here, and I'm first of all just gonna declare a couple of fields, and usually we have to make them private because we don't want them to be accessible from outside this phone class. So we're gonna say string brand, the brand of the phone, and then private and string. Then we're gonna say, let's say model, and then private double display in inches. So right now we have these three fields declared, and I'm just gonna make sure that we have also a constructor for this phone class. So I'm gonna say public phone, and then I'm gonna use these parameters. So I'm gonna say string brand, the brand that's input by the user, and then string model, and finally we're gonna have this double display in inches. I'm using double because it's a data type that we're gonna be using most of the times for decimal numbers, and the display has some decimals. And so right now I want to make sure that I initialize these fields that we have right here, and we want to make sure that we set up the field called brand to the parameter called brand. So in order to do this, although it might seem a bit confusing, we're going to have this dot brand, and that refers to this one, as you can see right here, to the field. And then we're going to set up the field equal to the parameter brand, which represents the value that's input by the user. So we're going to do the same thing with all the others. I'm going to say this model equals model, and then this display in inches equals display in inches. And so right now we have the field equal to the parameter, and that's how it works. And so I'm just going to go back in main activity, and I'm going to create a new object that's called phone. So I'm going to give it a name, my phone equals new phone, and I'm going to set up the specifications. So first of all, we need a brand, let's say Samsung, and then for the model I'm going to say Galaxy S3, and finally for the display in inches I'm going to say 4.7. And so we have this phone created, and what I want to do right now is to use a toast message and to display this the specifications of the phone. And so I'm just going to use this toString method, and it shows right here that it displays a string, so it's going to return a string, and we are assuming that this string is going to be representing all the specifications, so all the fields from my phone. But we're going to see in a moment, by running the emulator, we're going to see what is actually displayed when you call the toString method. And so we have to wait until the emulator loads, and we're going to see right now. And as you can see, it's just a code, and that code right there represents it just represents the reference in the memory where this phone class is kept. So that's just not very useful, and we're gonna give a new meaning to this toString method. So that's basically what overriding a method means. So we're gonna say public string because we want this method to return a string, and then we're gonna say toString. As you can see, we have to use the same name and no parameters, so you have to make sure that you have the same signatures. So that means the signature is just the name of the method and also the parameters. They have to be the same, and so we have them exactly the same. And right now we just want to specify that this method overrides the method that is already created in Android Studio. So we're gonna say override right there, and we want to make sure that we create first of all the message, and the message is gonna contain all the fields that we have specified in our class. And so I'm just gonna say brand, and then I'm just gonna attach the value of the brand. So I'm gonna say this brand, and then plus I'm gonna go on the next line and attach also the model. And so I'm gonna say this model. Okay, and also I'm gonna display the size of the screen in inches. And I'm gonna have this variable attached. And just so you know, we're gonna have to display this on 3 lines. It will look much better, and that's why we're gonna have a new line right here by just putting there \n. So it's not /n, it's \n. There's a keyword. There's just that's how it works basically if you want to have a new line. And right now we're gonna display this on the screen. We're gonna say return message, and as you can see right now, we have our function that displays this displays a message with all the fields. And so we're gonna see, by having this toast message, we're gonna see right now what this toString method does. So we're gonna run again the emulator, and I'm just gonna zoom in to see better what's gonna be displayed on the screen. And we're basically expecting to see those values, and so that's exactly what we wanted, and that's what it is on the screen. And that's all you need to know in order to override methods in Android Studio. And if you haven't already, go and watch that 10 hours free course, and also go on mammoethinteractive.com to check our projects. And as always, thanks for watching.